Today is going to be all about the fur babies and decorating for Christmas. This is Molly. She's the oldest. She's our original, and she's such a good baby. This is Smokey, our little border collie. He's the middle baby. He's so sweet. And this is Bolt. This is our youngest, and he's just a mess. He's full of himself. He is spoiled, rotten, and full of energy. It was hard for him to sit through this. And this is our only cat, and she's the oldest of all the pets, and she's Queen. And right now she's quite irritated, as she often gets with us little peons. I think she thinks we are. It's truly her house, her world. So our first craft is going to be using these little wood rounds, and these are left over from prior projects. And I took some pictures of them with the same little bows you saw on them, and had those developed at Walgreens, and they come 4 to a sheet. So you get the same picture 4 times wallet size. So I drilled holes in them, but truly I should have done that last because I positioned some of the pictures differently and had to re-drill a hole. But anyhow, you are going to use your drill just to put a little hole in the round, but I would suggest use it last. I've got this gel stain that I am going to pop on here. Now the gel stain dries a lot quicker than regular stain. You can use regular stain, but it takes a while for regular stain to dry, and gel stain, I would say give it maybe an hour. So I did both front and back, and just coat those good, and of course the sides as well. Now I'm just clearing those over. I'm going to start cutting my little pictures out. These are kind of tricky. When you get them, they don't really have lines. You just kind of see where the picture met the new picture. So and I'm not sure why I did 5. I have 4 pets. I don't know where my counting got off. But anyhow, I had 5, so I think the cat got 2. And while I am using this stain, I am going to go ahead and start onto the next project. And it's going to be with these craft sticks. And you can pick these up at Dollar Tree or Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure where I got these, but this is a large pack. Probably Hobby Lobby. So I'm just measuring out, taking the pictures and just kind of measuring out to make a little frame. Then I'm going to take my little cutters there. Those are for florals, and I'm just going to... They're real easy to cut, these sticks. So I'm just going to cut these down to where I like the sides and the top to be hanging over. And this time I did do it right. I only made 4. So you've got 8 of each. So you've got the longer across the top, because again it's wallet size, so it's not square, it's rectangle. And then the short on the sides. And I'm just going to take and glue those together. Now I would say when you're hot gluing those, to make the factory edges meet up, not where you cut, because you may have cut a little crooked. So make the factory edges cut up, and you can see it makes your little rectangle. So you're just going to do each one of those. And then I'm going to use the same gel stain and stain those as well. And I just found it easier with the any stains to use these little foam brushes, because they soak up the stain real good, so you can press that stain real good into your edges. And then you can see we've got all of our little picture frames stained up. So we're going back to the first project with the little wood pieces. I said rounds, but they're more, well, some are round, some are ovals. So I've got Mod Podge and a little paintbrush. And I'm going to sort out which pictures I want to use, and then take my Mod Podge and coat the little wood pieces real good. I'm going to, well, first I've got to measure up the pictures on there. So I just flipped the picture over upside down, took my little wood piece. I'm taking a pencil, and this draws a very faint line, so you might want to use a Sharpie or marker or something. But then you're going to just cut that out so that you know it fits to your little wood. Then when you get that, all those done, you're going to take your Mod Podge, paint it down on your wood piece, and then take your picture and put that on top, and then Mod Podge over that as well, and then let all of these dry. So now we've got them all done. We've let them dry. I just took some yarn that I had. This is some yarn I have purchased and used on a couple projects. And I am going to put that through the little holes. And again, drill your little hole wherever you want it to hang like. And put that through the holes and just tie it. And I picked up some of these out of my little pile. I keep my leaves and all for different projects off of florals. And I just kind of cut these down, and then I'm going to line them up on my little wood pieces just for more decoration. I just put one per piece. And then you're through with this project. Then we're on to finish up our picture frames. We're just going to glue as light as you can get, just a thin little bead of the glue, and then pop that down onto the wood frame. Then take some more yarn and then just glue that on the sides. And I went down a good bit on the yarn just so it had a good base to put in the glue. Now after these are finished, I will go back and put some berries from some florals I had left over. Next project, I bought 2 signs from Dollar Tree when I bought these. I'm going to remove the little reindeer, scrape that down real good. There's a good bit of glue that's going to be left on your board, and then I'm also going to sand that. And then when you've got that sanded down pretty smooth, I just took some white acrylic paint and I did 2 good coats, and then I came back with a little light one because you've got that red and that lettering to cover up. Then I pulled out some stencils, and these were kind of hard to figure out because there's some fancy little cursive writing. I'm not sure what the font is, the script, but so you see me sitting there trying to figure out what daggum letter that is. But anyhow, I got them to spell out the words nice list. So I'm just going to line those up, and then I picked some red acrylic paint and my little stencil brush, and I'm just going to pop that paint on there and then line them up against each other as best as I could. And I did have to come back and touch up some of the white. stenciling, there really is a trick to it. And I didn't tape these down and let them dry and then do the next one. I did them all wet, so I did have to come back and do a little cleanup on it. But anyhow, in the end, it's going to say nice list. So on some more of my florals I had left over, I'm going to pull off some more of these little berries. And then I had some more of these little garland sticks from Dollar Tree. These come in a pack, and they're just, there's a lot of them in the pack actually, and they're just little sticks. And I'm going to take those and glue those all the way around the edges to kind of frame it out. Just so it looks more Christmassy, I guess. And I'm also going to, the deer head, I didn't throw it away. I'm going to use the deer head as well. I'm going to hot glue him on there. So here I am doing the floral garland sticks. And I'm going all the way around. And you can measure and cut it first, or actually I just started placing it down and then cutting it as I went, because they're easy to bend up, so you can cut it easily. So there's our deer head going down. And then I'm going to choose how I want to lay out the pictures. And then I'm just going to glue those down. I didn't cut those any further, but I guess if you wanted to do like different shapes, you could use those rounds again, those are wood pieces, and do those, or cookie cutter pieces. You could cut those out with that, but anyhow, just used them like they were. Kind of spaced them out, and then I'm taking those red berries and just placing those on there. Next project, I got some modeling air dry clay. Now that's important. I didn't want to have to bake anything, so I just like the air dry. That's more what they use for kids. And I've got some toothpicks, and I got a baggie here just to put this clay in so it doesn't dry out. You want to make sure you get all the air out of the baggie when you put it in there for storage, so that your clay will stay nice and pliable and soft. So I'm going to make, according to each pet, kind of the size that I think I need. I'm going to roll it up real good, work it real good, and then flatten it out and kind of make oval shapes, round shapes, best you could. And here is Vanessa, and she's laid in the craft room with me right now. So she's going to be my first one. She has a hard life, you can tell. And cats aren't really thrilled about this. So anyhow, you want her pads in there real good. So promise you, she wasn't harmed during the filming of this. She just didn't like it. But there's her little paw print. And here I am. I'm going to console her a little bit. You can see she's a little annoyed. She's fine. So I'm taking my toothpick and writing her name. Now, it's such a shame that her name is so long and this little paw was so little. Anyhow, I wrote Vanessa on there, and I think I wrote the year on hers. Now, some of them I wrote the year on the back, some of them I wrote the year on the front. But I kind of want to know what their paws look like what year. So the next one I'm making is for Molly. So she needs a big one. She's got a big paw. And here's Molly, and she was calm about this. So grab her little foot, press her little pads in there good. Make sure you press down good on the pads. You want a good print in there. And I got her nails in there a couple of times, but that's okay. I just left it like that. I thought that was cute. And there's Molly's. Somehow I lost my footage, but anyhow, you're going to color each of your paw prints. And I use these watercolor markers that I got from Five Below a while back. So you just dip them in a little bit of water, kind of like a paint, just like a watercolor, spread it out, and use your water to thin it out. You can use markers, acrylic paint, probably even colored Sharpies would work. You just want to make sure you get into where you carved out their names, year, or whatever you did. Smokies turned out a little tie-dye because two of the paints, either I'd used them all up or they had dried. But anyhow, it's just cute. It's 3 different colors kind of mixed in. And then let that dry real well. And then you're going to add any ribbon you want. I had this from Hobby Lobby. This is real sparkly. I thought it looked real Christmassy. Add that through the hole that you made with your toothpick at the top. Make your toothpick, your hole pretty wide to make sure it fits whatever ribbon you're going to use. Now I'm showing you our finished projects. Hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe. Thumbs up and comments are always great. Thank you so much. Enjoy your holidays.